actually going a lot better than I thought. I don't want to tear off. Okay, not going as well as I thought. Not going as well as I thought. I'm glad you're not. Oh no!
Oh my god.
Hey guys, the time has come. We are putting Rupaul, my boy's forest dragon, into her adult enclosure, and I'm gonna take you along each and every step of putting it together. So let's get to it. Let's see how awesome this is gonna turn out. I'm so excited for this. It's gonna look amazing. Hey guys, how's it going? You know, it's the beginning of a new year. I'll be completely bald. Yellow Aki, Reptile. So Rupaul's adult enclosure will be a 3 by 1.5 by 3 foot Exoterra enclosure, the biggest one they actually make, I believe. And we already have a Universal Rocks background in here. It looks amazing. This is the only step we've done off camera, but you guys are probably seeing it anyway right now because we did record it. So I don't know why I said off camera. This was pretty easy to put in. It was a little hard to squeeze the top in below, the little plastic lip on the top there that keeps the glass in place, but overall really nice, and it's probably gonna stretch out a little bit more because it does come in kind of a roll when I put some substrate in here. But that's all we've done, and the next step is that substrate. I got a bunch of these clay petals for the drainage layer, what I have in her baby enclosure right now. This is actually a 25-liter one. The 10-liter one was like 50 cents less. So I was like, I'm just gonna get the 25-liter one. But this is gonna go in first. I also got my trusty step ladder here, or step stool here, because I ain't that tall and I need to get it behind the Universal Rocks background there to kind of stretch it out, and because the drainage layer is gonna be back there too. Water will still go back there. So let's go ahead and do that now. Honestly, guys, I know I just joked a little bit about not getting the 10-liter for the 25-liter because of price, but I needed the 25-liter anyway. I was aiming for about 3 inches of height there, and that's what I got with the entire 25-liter bag. So, good move on my part. Up next, we actually drilled a hole into the lower right corner of the enclosure. I got this from Serpa Design. Tanner over there does some amazing enclosures. I'm sure you guys all know him. But what he did for a drainage option is got a uniseal, got a flow valve, and had some tubing. As you can see the initial hole right there, and put in that uniseal as a sealant flow valve to control whether moisture comes out or not. And that way, if it gets filled up in the drainage layer, you can just turn on the flow valve and empty it out. You don't have to siphon it, do any of that disgusting stuff that I did in the past. Now, also be careful drilling a hole in here. You probably want to go up slowly in size to the size you want hole-wise. You don't want to crack this acrylic glass, but it works out really well. Now we got our little drainage system set. We could put the clay balls back like we did there. You have the background back in there. And then we also have the separation layer, which is just fiberglass window mesh. I almost substituted for something else because some of the substrate gets through on the smaller enclosure, but I decided to try a different type of mesh, so that's what we're gonna go with. Cut the size. The mesh is about 6 inches high because we're going for about 4 or 5 inches of substrate, so that should give enough overlap so that substrate doesn't fall on the other side. Put in the substrate. We got a mix of wood chips, and we have some charcoal, and we have some peat moss. So mixing this all together, and that's going to make up our substrate. So we've done a couple things since we last catched up. For one, we have the MistKing set up. I did not do a step-by-step guide for that whatsoever because even MistKing can't do a step-by-step guide apparently. And then we also put these lovely tree trunk-like things, or branches. But basically what I did, and thanks to Brian Roberts for keying me in on this, is I screwed wood screws into these branches, and they now look like tree trunks, which is awesome. This is exactly what Boyd's forest dragons like in their natural habitat. They reside on lower levels in their rainforesty type environment of these big trees way below all that brush. They don't really get a lot of sunlight, something I hope to simulate soon. This is exactly how they like it though. A full vertical 180 degrees straight up. Will just be hanging on the side. So this is gonna be awesome. I'm really excited for this. And guys, look at the whole enclosure. Sorry about the ring light glare there, but that thing is just amazing. Here, let me turn off the ring light. It looks so good. This is like my first legit enclosure. I have an LED bar on top. Arcadia is the Jungle Dawn. I also have a 6% UVB because there's going to be plants in here. Basically what I want to do moving forward is I want to throw some plants in here, and like I said, I want to probably put some type of vines or something to simulate some leaves up above where Rupaul will be, because not that much light passes through. So also those plants are going to have to deal with not getting as much light. And then the water bowl, very naturalistic. It's kind of like a half coconut. Very cool, and the background's just amazing from Universal Rock. So I think we need to get Rupaul in here. Everything's pretty much done, and then I can turn the MistKing on and see how that works out. Time to get Rupaul. This is gonna be fun. She does not like being handled. I've worked with her so much. She just hasn't come around, but really ready to get out of this enclosure. So once I get her in there, she's gonna be darn happy, but I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to bite me. All right, Rupaul. I know. Okay. It's actually going a lot better than I thought. Just don't want to tear off. Okay, not going as well as I thought. Not going as well as I thought. I'm losing grip. Oh man, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, Rupaul. Rupaul. I'm glad you're not. Oh no!
Oh my god, John. John,
I got it.
I'm so scared. Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, Rupaul. Woo! Look, I'm just putting you into a new home. I know you're mad. Ready, guys? Time to put her in. That was a little eventful. We almost had no lizard to put in here. But there you go, Rupaul. And she's gonna be fine. She's like,
oh my gosh.
Okay, close it. So that's Rupaul. Rupaul being crazy. You want to show her over here, Olivia?
Yeah.
It's just so, their claws are so dainty. Their nails are so dainty. You don't want to rip them off, or you want to be very delicate getting them off of a branch that they're hugging. But then, you guys saw what happened. But we'll see how she is. We'll check in with her. Let's actually check in on the MistKing, like I said, see if that works well now that she's in here. And as she gets adjusted, I'll take a little bit more video of her. Testing out the MistKing, I set the daytime humidity to 55%, which you can see right here. Nighttime, I set it to 70%. And both of these have a 20% drop off before it turns on. I also have an alarm if it goes below 35%. That just lets me know if the reservoir is empty or for some reason it's not working. Now, Boyd's Forest Dragon's equivalent month to January in Australia would be probably July, meaning that the average relative humidity is about 55% in where they reside. So what I wanted to do was kind of aim for that, but at the same time I wanted the system to go a little bit longer and not just go in little sprints. So that's why I did a big 20% drop off, and why the humidity might be a little bit higher than the average relative humidity in their environment during this month. Quite honestly though, with the daytime humidity getting as low as 35%, as you guys see me go ahead and test the MistKing out, looking really cool, I still think it hits probably on average 55% relative humidity like it should. It just might be a little bit over, but you guys can see it's looking really nice here, and I like how it forms some droplets. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the top here. There you go. You can probably see little droplets there as I turn it off. I did the quick on mode just to show you guys, but there's some droplets there, and that's what Rupaul has been drinking. I might have to see if I can make it to where it's not quite as misty, or I might need to give her a little spray every now and then on her nose just to help with the drinking, but it works out really well. The only thing I gotta say I don't like too much is this little probe here. If it gets even a little bit wet in the wrong area, which it has a couple times, it kind of spazzes out. So I don't know, you might want one where you could set specific timers, which MistKing offers themselves as well. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I think this enclosure turned out really well. It's definitely my favorite enclosure aesthetically, so I'm really pleased with this, and I like how it's kind of right by my office desk. right there. So I get to watch Rupaul in this awesome enclosure, see how it goes about. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.